Okay, this is what I want to focus on today. Just the 18 viewing angles of this box, but then I'll eventually go into everything else of a photographic portal. But I want to explain this part first because it's something that you can easily make at home. Well, you can make a 26 viewing angle too, but so that's why I'll get to that. But these are better pictures of those small images, better pictures of the diagram. And this is one of the original exterior um, low-tech holodeck um, or low-tech invisible, photographically invisible models that was up right there, the outer one. But the other one was completely destroyed by friends. And this is the one that's not even really stands on one leg by itself either. But this is the conversion process. You start with an outside, I call it a lenticular box, but it's not truly lenticular. It's a previous technique, photographic technique that led to the lenticular technology. But I call this a low-tech invisibility exterior splice view panorama, and this the interior splice view panorama low-tech holodeck. And this is how I can describe it better with a description of what you do with the panels. When it's in this state, to convert it into this state, you pull each panel through to its opposite side, to its opposite face, without turning them around. Of course, you're going to have to turn them around to get them through each other, but then you turn them right back. Like this one will be facing that way when it's pulled in. This one will still be facing that way when it's pulled into this opposite position where this one's at. That would be facing in when it's pulled to that position. The top one to the bottom position would be facing up, and the bottom one to the top position would still be facing down. And I sort of made a true drawing of what's obviously better imaged in this diagram. And once you pull the faces through without turning them around, once you pull the faces through, then you switch each louver with each color-coded louver on its opposite and its adjacent partner panel. And that goes for all these colors right here. And that's just one corner of a lenticular box. But that's the holodeck. That's the holodeck right there. Gone from using the same imagery for invisibility to make the holodeck. And you would make 12 alterations with these all together, and alterations with the edge on views, and you just be switching them through 3 times, 2 pairs of faces. So that's like 15, probably 18 operations with this to turn it around from low-tech invisibility to low-tech holodeck. Now that I described that, and this is the previous model of the photographic invisibility that survives, sort of, I want to go on to the corner angle views, which would add another 8 corner angles, add another 8 angles, the corner angles into the photographic portal. And this conversion from low-tech invisibility to low-tech holodeck is described in this image, where you take the color-coded X pieces, and you switch them on the outside before you pull the outside through to the inside. And that's the way you do. That's a conversion for these, for every other triangular slice through each square image. don't actually do this operation. You just recreate that likeness inside the holodeck. You use the same imagery, copied twice, to produce a holodeck of the same imagery. And then this is where I discovered the corner angle views. With the corner angle views, you need to morph the images that come through this photo queue. Like if you wanted to take an image right here, or take an image right here, you'd stretch out the square, you'd stretch out the foreshortened square until it's square again, and you remove anything beyond the cube, but you have to have the arms aligned on each side for the edge-on views. And as you get to the corner angle views, it becomes a little bit more difficult to get it all in the picture and still have a complete picture. But with the faces, it's simple. You just look straight through and put the back face square in the middle of the front face, and you don't do any morphing, anamorphing with those. And this star is the hologram, the photographic hologram test piece. It's going to be inside my photographic portal model. Hopefully display good, at least be a proof of concept. And I think the last thing I want to go over is the layout of the color-coded layout of the photographic space to construct the lenticular box. This is only 18, well, this is 18 viewing angles. These are the faces. These are the edge-on views. These are adjacent to each other. Each one that shows an arrow is adjacent to each other. These are the faces, and all these clusters. These 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters are the 6 faces of the box, the 6 panels. And for the corner angle views, it's just squares, squared images, 3 of them all together for each, inside each cluster at each corner. It would be inside each cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I guess right there would be 8. And so you'd have to have this imagery laid down in your mind or on your plans or on the floor, ultimately on the floor or something, where you're going to have to piece them all together. But that's what I'm hoping to do with edge-on straight, with the faces and edge-on views. And for the corner angle views, I have each, I don't want to touch it, I have one member of these X pieces loose, not glued in, where you can pull it out and it makes room for the edge-on views and the corner angle views. So that's what I hope I explained with all this stuff here. I hope I explained how to fully build, completely build a photographic portal. And these are some of the possibilities of a portal: past, present, future. The past is represented right here with the gazebo of the old riverfront. The present, it would be invisible. And the future would have to be an illustration or a computer-generated image. But another is a pseudo-present dual corresponding photographic portals. And that makes use of all their capabilities to be able to pseudo-correspond. They don't actually correspond with each other like a pair of televisual portals would do, because they're only photographic. They're not televising a real-time image, so they're only pseudo-dual corresponding. These are an image of the edge-on view alpha-numbered grids, and these are the image of the angle view slanted grids. And you can see that these slanted grids for the X pieces. And you can see that the slanted grids are slightly smaller in width and breadth, or width, whatever, than the X's. Means that they provide a little bit more opening for the edge on views to be seen, while also displaying itself prominently in the X spaces in between the cube. So I thought that was a neat, helpful part of the design that's built into it. And so I think I've went over everything. Once again, a photographic portal is just a step below a televisual portal. These are two televisual portals at different forests. I guess I should have made the landscape a little bit more unique between the two. But these were a pair of televisual portals, which is just one step beyond a photographic portal, which is this, or better, which is this and this. This and this is the primitive aspect of a televisual portal.